But they weren't didn't give you a like dead set in stone time. So
Oh, and someone told me to meet up with them.
I admittedly don't remember that part.
You said that someone sent me a message about the that I got saying that they wanted to meet up with me. And I was given a warning because apparently some guru had died.
All right. Oh right. You were sent a message about somebody wanting to talk to you about your new sword and was warning you about the guru slayings that have been occurring recently.
Alright, I will make my willpower roll to see if I have full willpower today.
You have your full willpower. And with that,
Yay.
what do you two wish to do? You are in front of each other.
I am what?
You are both in front of each other. What would you like to take and do?
Hmm. Well, I have a few places I need to go if you want to tag along, kid, but that's up to you.
Hello? Sorry, my headset's cutting in and out.
So, Mr. Gus, you
Yeah.
and Rudolph have errands to run for this day, and you
Mm-hmm.
two are the only ones in the house. What would you like to do? Would you like to join Rudolph? Since there's not really any urgency pressing upon either of you at the moment.
Yeah, probably will be best to get out of the house after everything that's happened.
All
He will
right.
gladly take that as a good excuse.
Which
Which, Rodolph also has another thing that Rodolph wants to do.
Oh, and I'm aware of that one. So, tell me, which of the many things are you wishing to pursue first?
Oh,
Do you need to do anything today, kid, or are you just tagging along?
uh, Sho did say he wanted to show me some cool new tricks, though I don't know how early he'd want to do that.
As you have been involved with Shady Show for a presumable while, I will let you know that if he says that he's available to meet with you, he generally is available to meet with you whenever.
Mm-hmm. Well, knowing that, I see no need for a rush to get there if there's like other things that need to be done
Talk to the
along the way.
person that was asking about the alcohol, but they don't seem to be awake, so let's head out.
All right.
And, and as you two head out, you find Puff in the front yard, completely out of it, but seemingly fine.
Immediately, Gus would rush up to Puff to just make sure everything seems fine. Just immediately, like, faint hands are just like trailing over, patting the dog down, supposed dog, to make sure that no injuries and whatnot.
It is fine. So,
Oh, okay.
so, Puff, it seems to have happened again. Something far away has carried your mind off elsewhere and has returned you unscathed back at the residence.
I am now getting increasingly alarmed that this has not only happened once, but twice. That I have just been, forced to walk away. Hi.
Hi.
No, that was Gus. I'm gonna give Gus a lick. Let him know I'm okay.
All right, that's good. That's good. That calms the child down. Just hugs him close, like not too tight, obviously. Granted, I don't think Gus is strong enough to like choke the giant dog. Especially after yesterday. Gus definitely needs his emotional support animal.
Uh-huh. And with that, you all get inside of Mr. Rudolph's van, yes?
Are you okay to drive this?
Why wouldn't I be?
Just track record of you being behind the wheel.
Have I gotten in an accident? That's what I thought, kid. Hop in.
He got him there. Just it's just like takes a deep sigh and just climbs in.
So,
Make sure to buckle up, kid.
alright. So you're all in the van and you're heading out. Rudolph, and Puff, as well as Gus. What on the list of things that vary in urgency do you wish to pursue first?
Rodolph was going to pursue the person that wanted to speak to him about the sword, because that kind of came out of nowhere to him.
And Gus is just gonna be like, "You can drop me off at shows."
I see.
Along the way.
I see. Well, he would get to his destination well before you got to yours.
Oh.
The intersections of the city's scape is such to where almost every route, this mystery location that Rudolph was sent would come first before shows, sushi restaurant.
All right. Gus could just be like, if their location is first, he can just hop out there and walk the rest of the way to shows if it's within a good distance.
Could wait for me to finish and then I can drive you.
But how long is this meeting going to take place?
I don't know. How important is it that you get the shows right away?
True, that is true.
Indeed. So you head off to meet with this mysterious individual, yes? All right.
Yes.
You eventually end up at a somewhat seedy part of town. It's a nice enough place. Very public, full view of other people, but it's not the nicest part of Orlando by any stretch of the means. As you pull up,
Yeah, Rodolph's not gonna care where it is.
as you pull
Like-
up, you notice that there is a stretch limo parked outside of what looks to be the outside of a all ages biker joint.
I guess this might be the place. You want to come in, kid?
You say it's for all ages. What does it look like exactly outside?
Imagine, like, the most painfully retro bar, think about it like you walked on the set of Roundhouse with like the old ass public speaker thing. I forgot what those are called. Jukebox.
Ah.
Really old varnished wood everywhere. Like
Mhm.
hard, harsh red leather seats and stools. It really just looks like your archetypical 80s era biker spot with all of the damage and wear and tear that would imply.
Just looking at it from the outside, Gus just sits there for a moment before deeming it okay for him to go in, because last time he went somewhere he shouldn't have been. That didn't work out properly. Seems safe enough.
So you coming too, pup?
Yeah. Puff is just gonna follow along with Gus, actually. Basically is like overstimulated, is like very much trying to process even though nothing happened.
Just what the fuck happened?
Because Puff doesn't know. Came home last night,
That's
I think.
good at least.
went to sleep, woke up the next night, day, something, on the front lawn. With Gus needing affection. That's all Puff knows.
Alrighty. So you walk in, and you open the double-sided doors, and find yourself stared at by 4 individuals. Mr. Rudolph, I would like you to roll your wits and your occult.
Uh-oh.
Difficulty?
You probably have ran into these fellows many times, so 4.
Is that with my... Is this knowledge based?
This is, I would suppose so.
And does it use my instinctive speciality?
Not really. You are, greeted, or rather stared at, by what seems to be a pack that is more freelance these days. One of them with green hair and very, very well tailored suit, and a butterfly knife connected by a chain to their lapel, walks up to you and waves before extending a hand in a shake.
You know what? Rodolph's gonna go for it. Reach out, shake hand, and in doing so also say, I'm sorry, I didn't know I need to dress up.
No, that's just my style. Oswald Touching Grass. And this is Chance, Storm, and Wishwash.
And I am Rodolph.
So, a little birdie told me that you have a sword that has some evil mojo in it that you can't destroy, nor can you cleanse.
You're talking to birds?
No. That is a figure of speech. I would have hoped you realized that by now, friend. May I see it?
May I ask why?
How can I give you any advice if I don't know what I'm dealing with, hun?
You know, that's fair. Rodolph is going to extend a hand and pull the sword out of an umbral pocket into his hand.
Oh, now that's interesting. So, you just pull the sword out of a pocket of nothingness. What else does it do?
I had to focus on it for a long time to do that. It talks to me.
Interesting.
D&D. Dund. D&D.
It requires faith.
Yeah, you want to try it?
Does that make it? That's what they told me. Is it requires faith, but it's almost like it takes a little bit of the like the energy that the spirits give whenever I focus on them.
So, it requires a little bit of gnosis every day. Any catch?
It hurts me if I don't feed it.
I see.
And apparently there's also a way to summon forth whatever's inside it. But then it requires more gnosis and hurts worse.
I see. Mr. William? Monsieur William.
Are you going to even, introduce where I come from, though?
I'm getting your attention, my friend.
No, I know, I'm here. I'm listening.
So, I think I have somebody who would be a lot more better suited to answering your questions. Perhaps might even help you out a bit with, getting the ropes, so to speak, with it.
I didn't ask a question. You did.
Oh, you're so cute. But you have probably many questions. And I know somebody who happens to be here right now. In fact, I suspect you'll be hearing a lot about this fella. William. Or as he's, known on the big picture shows. And in the ring, the Big Bad Wolf. Hey! You three chuckle folks. Can you go, and get him out of the back? Wherever he, decided to go off to? And as he says that, the three other pack members just go to the back of rooms of this establishment, and they come across. Would you like to describe yourself, Mr. William?
So, William Colton, 6'3", 245 pounds, a stone wall of muscle. Short, close-cropped military-style hair, light brown in color, dark brown eyes. Kind of a world-weary look on his face, but he has this predatory, almost feral glint in his eyes. He's wearing a leather biker jacket right now that has a huge picture of a howling wolf embroidered on the back, along with the words Wolfpack sewn in on the left breast of this jacket, wearing a sort of a plain white tank top underneath this, and blue jeans, combat boots. He is a very, very intimidating figure, and as he comes out of the back, presumably a repurposed storeroom inside this dive bar, he kind of walks on over, gives all assembled a little two-finger salute, and he says, "Boy, howdy. So this is the ragtag bunch of misfits that are looking for a temporary, maybe permanent solution to their little sword problem?"
Never said I was looking for anything. I was given the phone message that don't come here. And Rodolph holds his phone up towards him, which, by the way, is 100% just like a flip phone.
Old ass. That is so loud.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you have to turn it down.
Yeah,
in
I'm
volume
turning it down in
controls.
Foundry.
Yeah, you have to turn it down because if it's on max volume for you, you're going deaf.
Yeah, I realize it's so loud. Oh, that is even louder.
Is that better?
Much better, thank you. Will, he kind of chuckles and he says, "Certainly is a relic. Well, I assume my companion here at the table has given y'all an introduction. My name's Will.
He said
call
that
me
you're the green, the big one, the silver one. Yes, that one.
Yes. Exactly. I like to see myself as one of the rising stars in the EWW. I've already hit the big time, you see. Got myself a good contract and have been working the professional circuit for a long time now.
You're the one that I heard about on the radio. There's a fight in a couple days that you're doing, right?
Yeah, exactly. I've got another pay-per-view coming up soon. In a couple of days, actually.
Sorry, what exactly is pay-per-view?
You pay per view. It's as simple as that, buddy.
So every person watching pays?
Exactly.
And is that in an arena here in town?
Yes.
Why, yes, it will be.
But maybe I'll get some money and pay to view it.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Now, on to more pertinent matters, though. You said something about a sword, right?
Yes, this one. And he's holding the blade up in his right hand.
If there is any outward sign that Will is surprised to see this, he doesn't show it. But he kind of walks over to you, and you can see him visibly looking the sword up and down, just from the tip of the blade down to the hilt. And he says, "Oh, interesting. Interesting. This is a pretty powerful weapon you got here. And where'd you say you got it from?" Sorry, I wasn't given the full details.
I got it in the basement.
The basement of where? This place? A warehouse?
A house. I fell in. There was big hole in floor.
Interesting. Interesting. That this thing would allow you to wield it. That is very interesting indeed.
I didn't intend to. I intended to wrap it in wedding dress, and carry it to someone that knew more, and then it disappeared from wedding dress. I removed wedding dress, and it appeared in my hand.
So you're saying you can pull this thing from what? Thin air, like a dime store magician?
Yes, and Rodolph is actually going to do the mental command to send it into the umbral pocket and then pull it back out.
Huh. That is something you don't see every day. I'm willing to cut a deal with you, buddy. You come watch my show, and in return, I'll help you figure out this sword problem. Whatever it is that you're having a problem with. Sound good? And you see this, like, tree trunk of a man extend a hand to you for a handshake.
Can I roll like a primal urge on this to figure out this man in any way, just instinctively?
Do I have to roll anything to, like, conceal that?
So I'm taking it that you're wanting to get a like instinctive read on him as a person rather than a supernatural detect evil equivalency, because you don't have that gift at all.
Literally like a wolf's primal instinct for a larger wolf.
Alright, I would like you to roll Perception Primal Urge. Difficulty 4.
Will this use my keen-eyed speciality?
No. And Will, I would like you to roll willpower, just straight willpower.
How do I do that?
You go and you click on the section of your sheet that says
4.
core, and then you
And then
scroll
under-
down,
just
and
click
then you
willpower?
click yes.
And what will my difficulty be?
Also 4.
4. All right. So what did I get?
You have 4 versus his 5 successes. You can give off whatever impression that you would like to in this case. Do you wish to have him feel as if you are a very powerful spiritual entity, or do you wish to just appear to be a normal man for a change?
I think that he lets like a little bit slip as what's your character's name?
Rodolph?
Rodolph, okay. As Rodolph considers Will, he can feel like Will is powerful, yes, but like more charismatic than anything else. You can tell that he's definitely been in the limelight several times, and this is his thing, talking like this, acting this way. But there's this ever so slight hint that there is more to this than meets the eye, to be cliche. And it kind of almost feels intimidating, almost predatory, almost. You might recognize it as something feral. And you can see it like just the tiniest, faintest glint in his eyes as he's got his hand out for you to shake.
All right. Rodolph will shake the hand and say, but what if I don't have money for a ticket?
What's your name, son?
Rodolph.
Rudolph, huh? Well, I suppose a backstage pass to come see me before the show and a front row seat for tonight's pay-per-view will be an adequate recompense for this little deal we've got ourselves here. Wouldn't you say?
The question, would the front row mean I'll be able to see though? Because remember, I'm a lot shorter than you, so...
Oh, of course, you'll be able to see everything.
All
And
right.
if you're lucky, maybe even participate. It all depends how the match goes and if one person or another gets tossed out the ring. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. I've never been to a wrestling thing.
You're good, kid. You're good. Don't worry. Since this is your first time, I'll make sure your first time is the best time of your life.
As you say this, Will, you notice that the two individuals trailing Mr. Rudolph are a child and a very familiar wolf. The wolf actually dwarfs both of these fine individuals that have come to see you.
So both Rudolph and his companion are like short, are they?
One's a child and one's a physical dwarf, yes.
And then